Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. This come on the tail that the former ex-president of Nigerians have decided to send out these messages. But before we go into the news proper, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Quite a long one, but it's quite a meaningful one for us all to know. On Thursday, October 13, 2017, there was an uproar when the then World Bank President Jim Young Kim innocently announced that President Muhammad Buhari asked his bank to focus its developmental programs on northern Nigeria. In my very first meeting with President Buhari, he said specifically that he would like us to shift our focus to the northern region of Nigeria, and we have done that. Now it has been very difficult. The work there has been very, very difficult, Kim said at a press briefing on the sidelines of that year's World Bank IMF annual meeting in Washington, D.C. That was 4 years ago. We complained loudly and bitterly then and accused President Muhammad Buhari of being what he had always been. Now we should know better. Perhaps Buhari was right and we were wrong. Even we, all of us, have had to focus all our inner and our outer eyes and attention on the north. 12 years of unremitted dispersal of issues across all zones of the country has been enough to teach us that no one is safe until the north is made safe. Boko Haram, ISWAP now do all sorts. They did that near Maduguri just 2 days ago. The more Nigerians they bring down, the more they recruit. Okay, the more Nigerians bring them down, the more they recruit from our north pool of the abandoned. Ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan said last week that if Nigeria wanted peace, it must educate the children of the north. Nigeria has 14 million out of school children. 70% of those children are from the northern Nigeria. Properly read, the figure means we have on our hands 14 million hungry, angry young boys and girls. Imagine a quarter of these children becoming bandits and a quarter joining Boko Haram. 30% of the 14 million abandoned children are from the south. Do the maths. What you get is 4.2 million southern Almajiris. Imagine having 1 million out of that figure as street urchins, another 1 million searching for money rituals, and the balance hawking nothing in many traffic jams that string together our highways. It is a national problem, but the source is the north. Now our ex-president wants the kids saved so that our ex-president wants the kids to be saved so that we all can be saved. They have to go to school. It's an emergency, whether in the south or in the north. It is evident that families that escape poverty early were the ones that embraced education early. Education is the keystone of a people's life and happiness. Kwame Nkrumah's Minister of Education, Koso Bosco, once wrote, "No matter how tall or big-boned you are, you can't climb a tree from the top. The wisdom that lifts up the lowly is given by education." The poor in northern Nigeria are still not convinced. The rich and powerful, they would wipe out a quote from the past. If you move our kid beggars to school, to whom then shall we take our arms? Our two former presidents spoke 606 kilometers away from each other, yet they uttered the same thing. Same week, Obasanjo said that the situation today where we have 14 million children that would be in school but who are not in school, does anybody need to be an oracle to tell you that 10 years or 15 years from now, those will be where you will recruit pure Boko Haram? Obasanjo spoke that truth at a youth retreat in Abeokuta last week, and he has been consistently on this point. His blacksmith repeatedly beating that crooked spot of the iron. In March 2018, 3 years ago, that's 3 years, 9 months ago, he gave the same warning. He said in Maduguri at a peer review meeting of the Nigeria Zero Hungry Strategic Forum that without education for the children of the north, there would not be peace for Nigeria. Hear him. Boko Haram did not start overnight. It had an incubation period. but I do not know how long. And although I do not know how long it took to incubate, I'm sure if the level of education in the northeast had matched the level of education in the southwest, there wouldn't have been Boko Haram. If we do not cater for and educate women, children, youth, they will become the Boko Haram of 15 years to come. Education is panacea. Education is the key. It inculcates values that guard against the emergence of Boko Haram. Neither the Northern Elders Forum nor Arewa Consultative Forum, not even the Young Turks, who should know the value of these warnings, took heed. Their focus is always on something else: power and privileges. Jonathan, at an alumni event of his university mate, also spoke in Port Harcourt a few days ago on our faith and these streets and the street kids. He said some governors in the north were not happy that he established schools for Almajiri. That program took billions of cash and cents to launch. What has happened to it? The former president said, "We use the federal government money from universal basic education. It was just to partner with the state government to create this learning environment, and I did that because of my knowledge about ethno-religious crisis." He said his administration felt for the children who have no homes because of the traditional and Almajiri education that is common in the north. He added that they all trained them. He went further to say, oh my God, that Jonathan, a compulsive minimizer who is given to euphemism and restraint, won't directly call for a scrap of Almajiri system. He carefully tasked governors of the north to run Almajiri system in a way that we would not have these numbers of out of school children. In other words, they're saying that the solution of Nigerians' insecurity lies with people going to school. It's a nice one, giving them in a sense of belonging, let them understand, broaden up their horizon. But in the south self, that we even have so much education, there's so many educated unemployed youth, unemployed graduates littered everywhere. But I must say this: in as much as there are no education in the north, to a great extent, it will definitely increase the level of insecurity. Kidnapping, banditry will be a second nature to Nigeria, especially from the north. But the question is, were the governors given the same, financial enablement that other southern governors have? Yes, I think it's a leadership problem. It may not be the presidency problem, but say, do they have governors? Yes. Do they have elites? Yes. What are the elites doing? I guess they're comfortable with the fact that they can always give them arms so that they can come in their numbers, brainwash them so that they can come ahead and vote. But honestly, you can now see that the problem and the solution in our country is within our country. We can solve it. And it begins with education. But the question is, would they embrace this? Would they see this as truly? Because if we can cop this now, in the next 10 years, the next recruits would have been reduced. The pool where they get their recruits from would have been expunged. That's where we're going to wrap it up. What's the take? Do you agree with the two ex-presidents over the solution to our insecurity?